Hey everybody, it's Shelly here at Connor Homestead, and I am sharing with you two totally free resources that you can access today to help you with keeping track of your seeds and planting your garden this season. I simply type in free seed inventory template. And the one that I found, I scrolled down, was this one from mittengardening.com. And just scrolling down, it's a spreadsheet. And so I will pull up the one that I have. Once I downloaded it and saved it in my Google Drive, I was able to input the seed varieties that I have and create a list, which is very helpful. And then I simply went to File and downloaded it as a PDF. Once you download it as a PDF, you can print it out, you can put it in your binder. What I did was I use an e-ink writing device. It's a Supernote. I'm not affiliated with the company. Some of you use Remarkable. Some of you might just use your tablet. So this is what I use. And I have my whole life on this thing in different folders. And so homesteading, garden, and in here I have a folder for seed starting, and my seed inventory is stored here. The next free gardening resource that I found online, and again, I'm not affiliated with this company, is Seedtime. It allows you to create a free calendar or planting list. So what I do is I take my seed inventory. This right now is currently on the month view, but you can do a yearly view. And it has on here my different seeds and what I should be doing at different dates. So let's take the artichoke, for example. I should be seeding artichokes in February, early February. And then I should be seeding Brussels sprouts, collards, and peppers also in mid to late February. It tells you when you should be preparing your beds. And this is based off of your frost dates. Let's just kind of go into one of these. It allows you to add a crop or a vegetable. So I'm just going to put tomato. They have tomatoes determinate. You can go in and select a specific variety of determinate tomatoes that they may have. I'm looking to see which one I might actually have in here. So let's say this beefsteak. And you can go down the task if you're seeding and then planning to transplant, or if you're going to do a direct seed or a direct transplant. If you have a seedling, you would select one of those. I'm seeding and transplanting. And so all of these other things kind of self-populate based on the frost date that you entered in your settings. So we see seeding will start about 42 days before the last frost date. I'm sure I entered in here 6 weeks before the last frost date. So it's based off of all that information. You press schedule and then it populates your calendar. This gives you a really cool yearly view of what you should be doing when. And if you wanted to print this, you'd go to the month view, nothing's happening this month. January looks like this, February looks like this. And then here's where I would suggest you go ahead, you go in and you print this off. I always print and save as a PDF. If you have a color printer, you can, I assume you can set that where this would be in color. I don't see it here, so maybe it just prints in black and white, which is fine for me because I save it as a PDF, and then once it's a PDF, I upload it to my Supernote device. Again, here's my Supernote device, and if we were to look in February, what all should be happening, you would see all of these different tasks here. And I can, because I like the e-ink writer, I can come in and just write planting notes for each of these. I can come in, and what I like about this device is I'm able to create a separate little digest, put brackets around here, and then it opens up an individual digest, and this is about seeding yarrow. So I could write here my entire experience with seeding yarrow, where I planted it, what I noticed about it, and just kind of keeping a log just on that particular task. Again, I am not affiliated with Supernote. It's just a device that I use personally and professionally, and that I like. I've paid for it. This is not a paid advertisement or endorsement. This video, again, is about using mostly free resources like Seedtime and the Mitten Gardening seed inventory. And you can continue to use these free resources by either saving it as a PDF on your own computer or tablet, or printing out a hard copy and placing that in a binder. So you can continue to use these as free resources that work best for your work use in the garden. So those are my free tips on how I find free gardening resources to help me stay organized with my planning and planting. Now, most gardeners know best laid plans, right? And I've had Seedtime for 2 years, and this is the first year that I'm actually utilizing it as it's meant to be beforehand, and that I actually took the time to input my vegetables. Now, my suggestion is don't put in all your different varieties of tomatoes because your calendar will get really, really convoluted and packed. I just put tomatoes because typically, regardless of the variety, you're going to be planting your tomatoes at the same time. I did do 2 categories of tomatoes. I did determinate and indeterminate. You'll be planting those at the same time, but you'll be harvesting them at different times. Your determinate varieties are going to be all harvested at one time of the year, while your indeterminate will start at one time, but you will continue to be able to harvest those ongoing throughout the summer, throughout the season. So I hope that this has been helpful with how I find and use free resources, digital resources, to help me stay organized in these winter months when I'm not doing any planting, not a fall winter garden. If you've been watching the rest of our videos, you see that we have really had our work cut out for us with recovering our greenhouse from what happened to it. So be sure to check those videos out. And if there's anything else that I can help with, comment below and I'll do the best I can.